Yes.
Suddenly, I want to get a poster.
I was like, what, do I need to get the jersey? Like, what do I need to do?
I
Like, what's
think.
up?
Listen. I think we need to get the jersey.
Let's get the jersey.
I think we need to get the jersey. As if being one of the best football / soccer players in the world isn't enough reason to celebrate. Vinicius Jose Pascal de Oliveira Jr., or we're just gonna say Vinny Jr. We're gonna keep it concise. Has reason to celebrate. Recently, so it's been about a year ago that there was the issue of the racist fans and torment that was happening during a match. You know, it went viral. It was a whole thing, but it was nothing new, unfortunately. Let me see if I have the clip of the original incident. Okay, so for reference, Vinny Jr. plays as a forward for Brazil national football team, but also for Real Madrid. And he is arguably one of the top premier talents right now in football or soccer, as some would call it. Excuse me. And that's all great and fine, but going over to a place like Spain, I said this to you in the past, and I reiterate it here. Spain's PR is phenomenal. Okay? People often forget when it comes to colonization, they forget the Spanish the Spanish people's reign of terror when it comes to them. I always refer back to I remember being very young and first learning the word conquistador, right? And it sounds cool when you say it, right? It's like, ooh, what is that? Baby, the Spaniards have a long history of racism and colonization, et cetera, et cetera. No different than other parts of the world. People often forget it, but it resonates and people's emotions come out in a place when you start to consider like sports or sporting events, and people get in their feelings because it's ridiculous.
It gets serious. They do not play about football.
It gets way too. People don't play
football
about their
sports.
Football
is a thing.
So Vinny obviously was pissing some people off because he's just that good. Vinny, by the way, is Brazilian himself, but he obviously was pissing people off because he's that good, and they were making monkey noises and doing the most, and he had enough. Let me see if I have the clip of when that happened.
Point after a football match surrounds not the kicking of a ball, but the racism one of the players is subjected to, as the Brazil international Vinicius Jr. points to the crowd when monkey chants ring out. One included an effigy of him being hung from a bridge. Prosecutors dropped another complaint of monkey chants towards him, as they said they were only said a couple of times and lasted just a few seconds.
Let me tell you something about we.
Yeah.
You got one time to make a monkey noise to me. The main thing when that happened, I remember hearing about it and seeing this footage back when it happened. My whole thing was the other dude that was like stopping him from going off. You should have been turning up.
Listen, they're thinking about the paychecks. I'm gonna give him a pass for that. They're thinking about the cha-ching, cha-ching. Okay.
But there was a press conference that happened after that, and statements were given where Vinny Jr. Did speak on it. And let's see if I have that as well.
Os jogos com a cabeça centrada no jogo para que eu possa fazer o melhor para minha equipe, e às vezes nem sempre é possível, então eu tenho que me concentrar muito todos os dias.
Y'all ought to be ashamed.
So tough.
Y'all ought to be ashamed.
Ugh. Oh, they're gonna be ashamed because I'm ready for you to get to that. I'm ready for you to get to the point. Sorry. Yes. Yes.
The point is, it takes a lot because let me tell you something. If I got plenty money in the bank, I got all kind of endorsements going on. I'm traveling the world. I'm doing my thing. I'm enjoying my life. It ain't gonna be too much you can say to me to make me sob and or weep. It's because I'm gonna say some stuff back. Okay.
You're not.
I'm
You're
not
very
one of
slick
them.
at the mouth. You're very slick at the mouth. You censor.
The comebacks
They
come
do.
before
You
I
censor yourself
stop 'em.
for this
Especially-
here internet, but you got a slick mouth.
But I'm just saying, like in this moment, when I'm no, But I get it. I fully get it, and it's unfortunate that you can be so celebrated by so many, yet these ignorant people are able to poke at you and trigger you. But I hope that Vinny now knows that he doesn't have to be triggered anymore because justice was served. Because let me tell you something, America
Could never
and
and would never. Oh, Jesus.
So they were able to pinpoint the aggressors in that scenario that we just saw a clip of, and they went all the way. Prison time for the hate. Here we go. Let's watch this real quick.
3 Valencia football fans on Monday were sentenced to 8 months in prison for hate crimes against Real Madrid player Vinicius Jr. And according to the court, it's the first ever conviction for racist insults in a soccer stadium in Spain. The events happened at Valencia's Mestalla Stadium in May of last year, when racist slurs were hurled at Vinicius, who is black, during a league match. The 3 supporters who pleaded guilty to the charges were also banned from entering football stadiums for 2 years in order to pay the costs of the proceedings. Prosecutor Susana Hisbert responded to the verdict outside the courthouse.
People should know that this type of act is punishable. It is punishable as a hate crime because the sentence is for moral integrity, with the aggravating factor of hate. And it is also very important that one of the factors taken into account for the suspension of the execution of the sentence is the fact of repentance and a letter of public apology, as well as the fact of not going near not only the stadium, but also stadiums where official matches are held.
Can we just take a moment? Can we take a moment?
But it's all about setting the tone. Okay? Making an example. Okay? They said, look now, y'all ain't gonna keep harassing our player. This man bringing us a lot of money. Let's talk about it. Okay.
Bottom line.
Bottom line, y'all can harass somebody else, but you're not gonna do it to this one. You're not gonna what? Pepsi, Nike, endorse what? You're not going to hurl insults and make this man cry on national television and think that we're not gonna follow up. So pair that up with the fact that because that is a factor. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Baby, it's the factor. Let's keep it a buck. It's the factor.
Had this been not a player that's not that great, a lesser known player, a player who did not cry at the press conference, if all those things didn't happen the way that they did, this may have blown over, and those fans would have gone to another match and done the same thing to someone else, right? But fortunately, Mercury probably was in retrograde or something, and they saw it through. And I'm here for it. I'm glad to see it. You know me, I'm a fake fan. I'm one of those fans that I watch the World Cup when it come around, and I get involved and I hoot and holler then, but I don't keep up for just minor exhibitions.
That's because you're an American. That's all right.
I mean, it is what it is.
No, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's not.
I do the same thing for the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. Well,
so it ain't got nothing to do with that. It's just the fact that I don't have time to do everything and get so in my feelings about a game. You would think some people, you would think they have a stake in the team. You would think that they owns a portion of it.
Yeah.
The way that they go so hard for these sports. I know
True.
some people that's their whole identity. You go
Me
in their
too.
house, sports memorabilia everywhere. They don't talk about nothing else but sports. And then they turn around and they want to be speaking up about, politics and everything. But you don't know nothing. You don't know nothing outside of that. And that's these kind of people that was running their mouth and thought they could just do this to Vinny. But I'm so glad that the courts
glad.
did what they should have
I'm
done.
so glad. I had heard, I knew about the incident and him receiving the insults and all that. Like, I remember that happening.
Mhm.
And I remember one of my friends who's actually a pretty big football fan, she was talking about it and kind of up in arms about it. So I remember having a conversation and seeing her speak about it online. So I remember it happening, but I didn't know that this had become a court case or anything like that, because I also don't keep up with football. I just, I see football, meaning soccer. I just, I tap in, see what my friends are talking about, see what
Yeah.
y'all are excited about. So when I saw this online, I was overjoyed. It's a small little step. It was just something unexpected. Like you said, the USA could never and would never, but that's a conversation for another day. I really appreciated his response, what he put online. All right, so here is his tweet. Are we still calling them tweets? What are they called now?
You can't call them X's.
Okay, we we could. So
That's
it's tweet. You tweet on X. Is that what it is? Is that the thing now?
I mean, that's what people still call them. I think it's just a post.
All right. Well, here's the tweet post X.
Here's the quote.
Here's the quote. All right. Many asked me to ignore it. Many others said that my fight was in vain and that I should just play football. But as I've always said, I'm not a victim of racism. I am a tormentor of racists. The first criminal conviction in the history of Spain is not for me, it's for all Black people. May other races be afraid, ashamed, and hide in the shadows. Otherwise, I'll be here to collect. I know that's right. I said yes.
Suddenly, I want to get a poster.
I was like, do I need to get the jersey? Like, what do I need to do? Like, what's up?
Listen. I think we need to get the jersey.
Let's get the jersey.
I think we need to get the jersey. The Brazil one and the Real Madrid one. We're going to get the jersey.
That was beautiful. Beautiful. I thought it was fantastic. He said, I'll be here to collect my coin. I don't even need these little coins. I don't even need them.
We're joking, but so often that's the name of the game. No, in many professions, people will come to you and they'll say, it ain't worth it. Or just do your job. Ignore it. Ignore them. They're not worth the time. He had plenty of time, didn't he?
He got plenty.
Time for time. Because it took a whole year for this to... You better stand on it, brother.
Love that. And he said it's for all Black people. That means us too. Thank you, Vinny. Thank you.
Woo! I love it. I love it.